'76 cheese. So there's this guy. He's from a town that's never tasted cheese. There's no cheese in their whole town. Now, another junior high student did ask me if there were other dairy products, which I think there were, but no cheese. Never tasted cheese. He's on a business trip. He gets on an airplane and he's sitting next to a cheese baron from Wisconsin. As they start to talk about their lives and where they're from and things, it comes up that this fella's never had cheese. The cheese baron is appalled. He can't believe it. He says, "Hold on one second." He pulls out a briefcase that's actually a display, and he opens it. He pulls out a small piece of something, gives it to the guy and says, "Eat this." The guy puts it in his mouth. It's unbelievable. What is this? Mozzarella. Gives him another piece. Pepper jack. It's incredible. The guy just can't believe it. This stuff's amazing. So he gets home, pulls up at his house, tells his wife about the trip, tells her a little bit about, "You never believe it, I tasted this stuff called cheese. It's incredible." About that time, there's a knock at the door. He goes to the door, and it's a delivery man. He's got a wheel of cheese. The cheese baron had sent to him. Unbelievable. What a nice gesture. But then another knock comes to the door. It's the FedEx guy. And he pulls up, and he's got a whole van full of cheese. But as they're unloading it, a tractor and trailer pulls up, packed full of cheese. This guy's filling his basement. He's putting it in the garage, the kitchen, living room. It's stacked up. He looks around. His wife says, "Honey, what are you supposed to do with all this cheese?" Well, I ask you. The guy lives in a town where no one has ever tasted cheese. Cheese baron sends him all this cheese. Why do you think he gave him the cheese? The answer's obvious. To give it away. Well, that's not a true story. But I do want to tell you a true story. A friend of mine's a junior high teacher. One particular day, he counted his students throughout the day. He had 82 students. At the beginning of each class in a public school, he said, "Take out a half sheet of paper. Don't put your name on it. It's a pop quiz. 2 questions. Number 1, you die right now. Do you go to heaven? Yes or no? Number 2, you go to heaven and God says, 'Why should I let you in?' What would you say?" We took all 82 of those, and we looked at them, and we went over them, and we looked for anything even close to the answer to number 2 being something to do with Jesus. Out of 82, only 6 said anything that could remotely be construed as Jesus. So the question is, why has God Almighty placed those 6 among those 76? To share, to give it away. And so 76 cheese is just a catchy little way to say, hey, look, live life on purpose, because God purposely put you where you're at to give it away.